RadioOnFire.com, where social networks meet talk radio. Diamond K here, and we're at the 2014 African American Authors Expo, and I have the pleasure and the privilege of speaking with the ladies from the Natural Sisters Reading Group Book Club, right?
Yes.
Okay, could you introduce yourselves?
My name is Doreen Hodge. I'm Harriet Ray.
I'm Monique Fleury Brown.
Rita Stewart.
Wonderful. And so I understand that you ladies are from New York?
New York, yes.
Wow. So how often do you come to Baltimore?
Not often. This is our first trip here to Baltimore, and we try to follow the book fairs.
Okay, so you travel to different locations, not only in New York.
Right.
So let's talk a little bit about the book club. How and when did the book club start?
Okay, the book club originated in July of 1997.
Wow.
It was an idea we had been thinking about a long time, but we felt that women needed to read more. We find time to do everything else, but we never really read. So we started the book with a purpose to read and empower and enlighten ourselves. And it's been going on for 17 years since that point.
Wonderful. So how does a woman become involved in the book club?
Usually it's by recommendation. We're very selective here because we want you to be serious about the book club. We don't want you to come and just socialize and distract, from the issues that we talk about. We try to pick books that will enlighten us and educate us and make us better people.
Wonderful, wonderful. So the first book that the club read, what was the first book?
That was called The Color of Water by James McBride.
Wonderful,
and
wonderful.
We really enjoyed it. It opened great dialogue, and it just was a wonderful book.
Wonderful. So how can an author, if they wanted to submit a book to the book club, is that something that could be done?
That can be done. They can go to our website, the Natural Sisters Reading Group at Yahoo.com.
Okay.
And they can, put their book on there, and we will review it.
Wonderful. So the about the book club, how often do you ladies meet, and how do you determine what you read?
Okay, we meet every 2 months. We allow everyone to have a chance to share their interest in a book. Some people like romance, some like history, fictions, non-fictions. So what we do at each meeting, we choose a name. We all have a name in a hat, and we choose the name, and then that person has 2 months to select a book for the next meeting.
Ah.
Okay, and so everyone gets to share in what they like to read, and it keeps us rounded.
Wonderful. We were talking off camera about one of the goals of the book club, which I thought was so inspiring, and she said that you like to share information. Could you talk a little bit about that? I'm putting her on the spot.
By sharing information, I mean, for example, when we read something about Africa, about Afghanistan, about China, about Mexico or Puerto Rico or any place in the world, we find some information that we didn't know about. And by reading it, we can just go on and tell the young people, this is how Afghanistan is. There are a lot of things we learn from those books that we didn't know before. How they treat women in China, about what else? How men treat women. They beat them up and all this abuse. About children, how children are sold to other countries. We go throughout the world to learn information that if we knew about it, maybe it'll be a better place in this world.
Yes.
And also young African American, I think we need to learn, we need to teach them, we need to tell them. Don't be afraid of telling them, even if you get slapped, even whatever happened, but at least we can open their eyes. Reading is important. I didn't know how to read I knew how to read, but I didn't read until I became a member to this book club and I started to read. From one word, you could discover. You go to Google, you discover the meaning of that word. I didn't know in Iraq, for instance, recently. There's a group that I never heard about. They were in the mountain, the Yazidis, I believe. So I went to the website, Google, and find out they were hiding and they hate them because they believe they are the devil worshippers, when in fact it's not true. So through one word, by reading the newspaper or any book, you could find a lot about what's going on in the world, and it's very interesting. I wish everybody would go and try to read, even from buying all those books here about little boys who lost their brother through the fact that they had a heart attack and nobody knew about it, they were sick. You learn something every single day, and that's the reason I said it's good to enlighten people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I definitely want to thank you ladies for taking some time to talk with me and our viewers and listeners at radioonfire.com. The Natural Sisters Reading Group is the name of the book club. Anything you want to say before we end?
Our purpose is knowledge is power. So continue to read, share it, get a group, start your own group. It will be so rewarding and enlightening to everyone involved.
Definitely. Well, thank you. Very well said. And we're going to continue to talk to some of the authors and book clubs here at the 2014 American Authors Expo. Stay tuned, y'all.